Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we made a really good jetpack and tried to look for blazes, but didn't work out too well. It just didn't have enough power. So between episodes, I've gotten quite a bit of power. I'm letting the stuff in the Nether charge a little bit more, and hopefully we will be able to get back to that relatively soon and get more power so we can go find blazes so that we can get the ender chests, which will allow us to bring basically all the capacitor stuff back here. I had to make a void upgrade for one of the things. We'll look at that in a minute, but before we do, I just want to kind of show off that, hey, I've been building a little bit. I'm out of quartz again. I really should. Once I get some sifting, actually, you know what, let's take a stack of soul sand and throw it in here. This has enough stuff to last for a while. We'll just let it go for a bit and grab like 3 stacks of these and put them in here. So one of the next things that I'm going to want to do is we're going to want to set up auto sifting and all that kind of stuff over here underneath, about 5 or 6 blocks down is where we're going to have it. And we'll have our wall of all of our inventory hooked up over there as well, probably with that in the center, and we'll use ender chest to move things around because I think that's going to be the better method. But anyways, let's get into the Nether. We need to find blazes. That is the most important thing. Now there is another option to make blaze, but I'd rather go find them in a Nether Fortress because it's going to be better, easier. We can also kill these cows. I want more animals to spawn here. I don't need the chicken. We can do that. We'll kill the chicken because I don't need the chicken. We'll put that stuff in there. And as you can see, I've stored my watering can. I don't think anything else needs to be stored. So let's head into the Nether. And one of the other things that we're going to be working on relatively soon is getting more power. Power generation is kind of lacking so far. The furnace generators aren't bad, but they could be much, much better. So let's climb slowly up here. And there is a magma cube on our, there was a magma cube on the map. Hopefully it's still there by the lava near the entrance when we get done with this, because if it is, that's one of the other things we need to deal with. We need to kill magma cubes and blazes in order to get a quest, which will then unlock like 3 more quests, and honestly that's kind of what I want to do. So we'll climb up here, we'll get this taken care of and break some ladders evidently. Let's climb up here. Luckily I grabbed them, so it wasn't too much of an issue. Alright, so yeah, so the capacitor shells filled up, so I put a void upgrade on that. Capacitors, ooh, we got another octadic, whatever you want to call it. That's good, but those are still pretty low. Eventually we'll have these 2 be voided, and then these will be upgraded long before it's voided. So how much power do we have in here? Basically no power. Alright, so we're going to go with 8,000 RF. We'll just be a little bit more conservative with our power. So I want to turn the engine off for right now. We'll pop down here. We have we have long fall boots. We don't have to worry about that. And yeah, let's come outside and see what we can find. So there is a pigman. He sees us. Let's fly this way. Alright, so we have a decent amount of power. It's not draining all that fast, but it's draining fast enough that I don't want to fly too much, but I don't want to land near anything if I can help it. Like those. I hate those stupid spiders. We can fly fast. Let's kill a gas, get some gas tiers. And I'm really not seeing any. We're getting very unlucky with the Nether Fortress. Get out here in the middle of everything, and we're at 20%, and there's another fortress. Awesome. So we just need to find the blazes. And magma cubes also like to live near these. Let's land. Let's go ahead and make a waypoint. Fortress. And close that. Alright, so a little bit of lag happens in the nether. So blazes. We have one blaze rod, which we need a few. I was looking up the ore dust to see what all we needed to grind that up. But in order to make these, we need 8. Which is why I wanted to find a spawner. We could have killed just a single blaze in the overworld. We could make a blaze and not have a problem with that. But yeah, it's a lot easier just to come here and try to find some blazes. Now we're gonna have to be super careful, but this shouldn't be too bad. If we can find a blaze spawner, that would be the best. And hopefully we don't find any nasty spiders. That's the only thing I really care about. I hate those spiders with a burning passion. Alright, so looks like there's not seeing much of anything that I want quite yet. That is, here's a blaze spawner. Cool. And it's a nice enclosed one, which makes it easier. We can turn our jetpack off for right now. So yeah, the enclosed spawners make this a lot easier to deal with. Wow. Alright, so we have two blaze rods. Let's just stand right here and we're gonna farm some blaze rods. I would like at least 8. I would love to pick up this spawner, but I don't think we can at this point. I really wish I could think of a way to get spawners. The only thing I can think of to do is to get some luck on this sword. That would be really nice. But otherwise, not really much we can do right now. Our tech level is a little too low to be moving spawners or anything like that. I don't even know if we can move spawners in this mod pack. The typical fashion is with a dolly. And there's no dollies. So, yeah, that's... there is a spawner mover. I do know that. That's from Mine Factory. That should be in this pack. I don't know if it's enabled, disabled. Porta spawner is what it's called. That would be something we could use, but again, I don't think we have the technology. I believe that requires a nether star. I almost called it a wither star. So, I wish I had luck. There is some skeletons down there. Does this have luck? No, just beheading. Just beheading doesn't really matter to me with these guys. So we have enough for 1 ender chest. We need 2 in order to make the farm a little bit better. And we only have 11%. We had 40% to begin with, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. I don't really want to walk back, but that might be a thing we have to do. Aren't these also... shapeless? Nope. Okay. I think there is another way. There is also some magma cubes on the screen, so that's going to be good. Hopefully they stay there. Yeah, so there is no other recipe. I think the molten hearts are supposed to give you more blaze rods, but they don't in this pack. I think that's disabled, but that could be wrong. I don't actually remember what it is that gives you more blaze rods from these guys. Reliquary adds a lot of new items that mobs drop that are supposed to do stuff like that, but they don't in this pack, just because this is Kappa Mode. This is supposed to be difficult, and it is. Alright, so let's Porta. We'll just do that, and then we'll kill another one, and then we'll look it up the recipe, because I'd love to get one of these spawners in the overworld somewhere I can just kind of farm them. But then again, blaze rods aren't super important, except for a couple of applications right now that I want them for, which is why we're here. So the Porta spawner is this guy. Yeah, it requires a nether star. So we do have a nether star. We could use said nether star to make a Porta spawner, bring this to the overworld, and farm blazes. But I don't know that that's worth it. So I'm going to turn our magnet on. And blazes. Come on. Spawn already. We need 2 more blaze rods. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to real quickly mark this blaze spawner, and we're gonna get away. And I hear, oh hi. You know what, let's behead him. And we have too much stuff in our inventory. What can we get rid of? Let's just turn the magnet off. And what we'll do is we'll throw the blaze powder away. And that should be enough for the magma cubes. My god, they give us so much stuff. Alright, so let's make some better loot bags. Hey, stop that. And I think that will be the way we do this. So, suck everything into us. We'll combine these to make better loot bags. Or not. Alright, don't really need Minicio, don't really need gunpowder, don't really need that. Don't really need the blaze powder. Alright, now I want to make sure that we have the quest. We do. And then that unlocks more stuff, which we already have. So, we need to get to our portal, which is like 300 blocks away, this way. Let's come this way and kill this blaze. And I don't really want to dig too much, but I mean, we can. We have an unbreakable pick. We have infinite food. Let's switch armors real quick. And let's do one of these. And vein mine. And I just want to make sure that I don't get caught in any lava. Alright, so we're like 200. Yeah, I don't really care too much about like losing the netherrack. I just want to get out of this. Alright, so just hold it and make sure there's no lava falling on top of us. This is going to take forever if we do it this way though. So let's just keep on. I just want to break open into a cave or into the outside or something like that. That's all I wanted. And now we can switch our armors back, turn our jetpack on, we'll turn on hover mode. And we'll fly back over to our portal. We're going to run out of power though. So now that we're out of power, we'll switch armors. We'll run as far as we can. And there are so many pigmen. And now we have to go very slow. God, I hate those things. I hate those spiders so much. They creep me out. They legitimately creep me out. Alright, let's just walk slowly this direction. I think our base is like... Actually? Where is the little... So that's there. That's down there. So it's down here. So let's just drop down. And actually, we can just... Yeah, it's right there. Alright, cool. So, success. I think. Oh, there's a tiny little spider. Let's drop down and run for it. So we're going to get a couple quests completed. And more importantly, we have everything we need to make the ender chest. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to make some ender chests and we're going to bring our entire stuff back here. Now, there is a catch. Drawers don't keep their inventories when broken. So we need to figure out a way to keep the inventories. Let's go ahead and throw this, that. Bone meal, Minicio. I don't think I have slime balls or some of this other stuff, so not gonna worry about it. Let's grab the watering can from in here, and we'll put this stuff in here as well. That's just kind of my nether stuff, and then that can go in there. And yeah, cool. So what we need to do now is we need to get one. I need to make sure that this didn't overflow. Bone meal doesn't go in there. Okay. Everything else is fine though, so that's all that matters. I really need to figure out how to get the blacker lotuses, which stuff it's coming from to get that stuff, so that I can get more. And we have enough wither skulls for 2 withers. So we can claim a reward. We can claim a reward. And yeah, we need to kill the wither. And that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, be aware of the hardcore wither mod. This makes it so that if you kill the wither too much, you're gonna have a bad time. You can't just farm the wither. The wither will get you. Later levels of it have... the wither will be able to teleport around and basically just ruin your day. It's not something you want. It's not something I want. Not something anybody wants. So, yeah. We do have a good and a greater reward bag, though. So, let's open the good one. And we got a dirt chest, 9,000. Useless. And a grater, we got a sponge. Whatever. I'm glad those stack at least. So we have some packing tape. Good. That's what we need. Packing tape, unfortunately, the recipe... Actually, no, the recipe is really easy. It's just paper and slime. So never mind. So what we need to do now is we need to make the ender chests. The ender chests are 2 obsidian, some ender pearls, wool, and just chests. So we need 2 of these. So let's get... I don't know why I got so much rubber. I wish that would just make the chest in this just a convenience type thing. So we need to have 2 chests. We need 2 obsidian, ender pearls, and wool, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bunch of string. So that should be all we need to make 2 ender chests, and we'll have a couple blaze rods left. Well, we'll have a blaze rod left over, and all we have to do is we're gonna take where should we put this? I guess right here would be fine for now. Once again, we're gonna be moving a lot of this stuff later, so we'll put this guy right here. Actually, we'll put him right here, and I'll get some conduits and all that kind of stuff later. Let's grab our wrench, and we'll head back to the nether one more time. We need our light gray wool. We'll throw that in there as well. Relatively soon, and I keep saying this, relatively soon, we're going to clean up the base a little bit. We're going to start building our final base. It is going to be a process because quartz is a bit of a pain right now, but as we get going and as we get more mob drops and all that fun stuff, and just kind of get more of everything, it will be a lot better, and we'll be able to expand quite nicely. The first initial platform is almost already done, and it's going to be a 35 by 35 square, and then it will have underneath it a 35 by 35, which is going to be a lot of the storage and automation for ores. And then as we need more platforms, we'll expand and all that kind of stuff, and then relatively soon we'll be growing quartz seeds, and that's going to be all we need for basically anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this. We're going to put this guy right here. We're going to break that. And it doesn't really matter. But I do need to make this light gray, light gray, light gray. And we put those in there. Now, before we change the other one, we're going to want to make sure that the white is empty. But then what we're going to do is we're going to break this stuff, because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to use this packing tape, and we're going to package up all these guys. Now, packing tape doesn't have all that many uses, but it's got enough. And then we're going to take these, and I want to see how much, now these won't stack because they all have different contents. But I want to see how much power. Okay, it's slowly getting power again. That's good. This isn't having any issues. This is getting things. Cool. So let us go back to the overworld and get this set up. So we're going to want like a couple packing tapes later for when we start making all of our stuff. And the nice thing about what we're going to do, we're going to have a singular inventory basically. Everything is going to go off of a singular controller. The reason being is it's just going to be better in the long run. But that means that all the ores that we're going to be sifting are going to be going this, and we're going to auto process the ores. So we're going to have a bunch of ores that are auto processed. We'll probably need more drawers. I'll have to figure out how many we'll need. And some of them, like these guys, we will auto package. We'll do the same thing with this. But some of them, like the iron, I might not worry about. Just because it'll be easy enough to handle it otherwise. So I can't see what's in these drawers, unfortunately. So let's hope. Capacitor. Broken capacitor. Alright, well, this one has to be moved. This one can just be like so. So this one needs to go up here. This one can go here. And if we get our key, we can switch these around. Not a problem. And there we go. So before we... Okay, this is empty. That is what I wanted to see. And now we make it gray, 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 gray. And now all the stuff is in here. And all we have to do is something like this. We'll tell this guy to auto extract, always active, insert, 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 and insert. And now we have capacitors automatically from the nether, because that area is chunk loaded and everything is good. So we can just put the rest of our capacitors in there, and we never have to worry about getting capacitors or anything ever again. They're all right here. So let's get 4 conductive iron. We're gonna need a block of redstone. 7, 8, 9. I think I want to do this. So before we do too much more, I want to take a look at quest book, and we're gonna need power. So let's make a capacitor bank. Capacitor bank. So the basic capacitor banks are this recipe. The next ones require 2 of those. So we're going to want 2 of these. So we're going to need a little bit more conductive iron. And alloy smelt that. And we're going to need 9 more redstone. And we're going to need 8 capacitors in total. So we make this blocks. We come here and do something like this. And we're going to make 2 capacitor banks. And I need just 1 more conductive iron, which I knew I had, I just had to make it. And then that's how we make the capacitor bank. Now, if we want the vibrant capacitor banks, it's going to require 2 of the normal capacitor banks, but we need electrical steel. We'll upgrade these as we go. 6 electrical steel and a single double. So the more capacitors we get, the better we can make stuff. And I believe power would be transferred over. But there we go. There is a quest. And now that unlocks the next one, which is the vibrant capacitor bank. We will get to that soon enough. I don't think we have enough capacitors yet. We have enough for 1 more basic. But what I can do is I can get like... Let's get like 16 more iron. And yeah, one of these days we'll improve this guy as well. We might do that before we finish, like we're gonna make the platform. I think I'm gonna try to make most of the platform between episodes and start working on getting power and sifting started at the very least. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to do next time, but if I can get that at least started building, we have all this soul sand that gave us quite a bit of stuff, and hopefully none of it despawned. In fact, I could probably... Oh, nope, that's full. Never mind. So we got a bunch of stuff from this, but not really all that much that I wanted. I mostly wanted the nether quartz. We're going to need a lot more nether quartz as we go forward if we want to make our base out of nether quartz. So if if we want more nether quartz, the best way to do that is a couple different ways. We can get the nether quartz ore, we can get the quartz essence, or the quartz shards. The quartz essence might be a good thing to go for. This might be what we do next episode, along with making more stuff. But in order to get the dense quartz, we need a pressure chamber, unless we can find some in the nether, and I don't think we can. We have nether quartz ore, but I don't think I've seen dense nether quartz ore. I think this is only a make thing, but I don't know. Even then, how much do we get? We get 8 for every 9. It's not very good, to be honest. It's better than 1 for 9 shards, but yeah, if we want more nether quartz, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get a lot. Soul sand is not a bad way to do it, but soul sand is a bit of a pain to automate. So I don't know. Maybe, I hate to do this. Maybe we will build the base out of cobblestone for the time being, and then make it into nether quartz as we go. I do want to see real quick what all can we chisel nether quartz into? Anything? Just the other styles. Okay. That answers that. So I don't know what we're gonna do to get more nether quartz. Alternatively, there is nether quartz seeds. This could make nether quartz blocks, but it's not actually more efficient. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. If I can find dense nether quartz ore, then definitely the quartz seeds is a possibility. Because otherwise these aren't that bad to make. But we'll figure it out. So let's finish up by opening this greater reward bag. And we got a VCO chest plate. Do we already have the... We already have the chest plate. Dang it. So we have a fire protection and a wither protection one. The wither protection one I would love to have. Like, that would be awesome to use. But right now, not really. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I'm going to decide what to do about this. And I think next time we're going to look into making some power. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. I forgot. I swore I locked that. Alright, let's take them all out. Lock it. And as soon as I get a double, I will put it in there. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do next episode. If we can get a decent amount of nether quartz, we're going to build out this base over here and start working on getting power production and power storage so that we can do sifting. So that's probably where we're going to end up. I will probably spend some time on here trying to figure out the best way to get more nether quartz. I mean, we have half a stack of blocks-ish, because there's one in here. That's not enough for as much as we need, so I'll figure out what to do about that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!